to you is, do you walk into an appointment looking for your next leader, or are you walking into your next appointment looking for a $1,000 party? Because that will determine what you leave with, right? $1,000 parties, do we get excited about $1,000 parties? Absolutely, absolutely. And that is what this business foundation is to sell this product, and I firmly believe that that's where it starts. But if the dollar signs are in your eyes, there's a really good chance that you're going to miss an awesome leader that is in that room. And wouldn't that be sad if she left never knowing what she was missing out on? So, leadership starts with you. It really, really does. And belief has to be such a huge part of that. It's hard to sell what you don't own yourself. So where is your personal belief level? I want you to be really honest with yourself right now, guys. This is like, you don't have to share this now. I'm not saying we're not going to like do a stand-up kind of thing. I just want you to be really honest with yourself about where is your personal belief level in two areas. Your personal belief level as far as the business is concerned, Mary Kay the business, and your personal belief level in yourself being able to have all that you believe this company can offer. So, where is your belief level? I'm going to tell you that desperation is not attractive. Desperation is just not attractive. And if our belief level is low, often we're just spitting desperation all over the place. And that's not what leaders are attracted to. I'm not one of those people that's going to give you tons of numbers, so I'm so sorry if you're a numbers person. But here's what I know. To find leaders, you're going to have to see the masses, you guys. You're going to have to see the masses, and not with dollar signs in your eyes, but you're going to have to see the masses using the product as a vehicle. Selling the product, booking the follow-up, sharing the business opportunity in that order to find your leaders. Seeing 10 to 15 faces a month may lead you to leaders. It may. But the top people that I've gotten to know in this company didn't do it that way. So, here's a big bullet point for you. You would be the exception. I don't know. It's possible. It may be possible to see fewer faces and get it done. But it's highly unlikely. Seeing 30 faces a month. That's what top directors, Cadillac directors, nationals have done to get where they are. And that's where I know that you want to be. And fast is easier. Fast is way easier. And you've heard that a lot, but I will tell you, as we have built this last couple of years, faster is easier. And it's less desperate. It's less desperate. Why? Because you have so much happening, you don't even have time to think about what's not happening. We have had DIQs pretty much consistently, and I'm so grateful. But I haven't had time to focus on what wasn't working. Because I had people that were so excited to work and so excited to live out this dream and so excited about the possibilities that the ones were telling me that it didn't work. I said, I'm sorry that you feel that way. Know that you can always come back. But I wasn't desperate to keep them. And I think that's because my belief is so strong that if you want it badly enough, you can have anything in this business you want. So, fix the desperation. It's not cute on anybody. And along those same lines, I think desperation also breeds this need to look everywhere for a solution that we all know numbers will fix, but we don't like that answer. And so where are you looking for a solution? Are you looking online? Are you constantly asking your sister sales directors for any ideas that they can get? Just sure that the next one is going to be the one. Again, that's desperation speaking. Is there anything going on in your business? I asked my sales directors this the other day. Is there anything going on in your business that numbers can't fix? Is there anything going on in your business that numbers can't fix? If there is, then put it on your bucket list. I was talking to one of my sales directors this morning on the bus, and we were kind of checking off some things that's on our bucket list that numbers can't fix. You know, newsletter, those tedious office things that she just hadn't gotten off her plate yet. That's a separate subject. But other than there anything that numbers can't fix? Did I mention desperation is not cute? So we're getting past it. Mary Kay said that our job as sales directors is to develop sales directors. Did you know that was your job? Did you? I remember the first time I heard that, I went, good to know. I hadn't thought that thought. I was just in the executive and elite class, and they were telling us about our compensation plan, which, can I just tell you, it's really good. Really good. But anyway, they were telling us that they pay us on what they want us to do more of. So they pay us really well on offspring directors, even as a national, as on first line offspring, and they pay us really well, really well, on offspring national sales directors, because that's what they want us to develop. And so where do we get paid? We get paid on production, but where can production come from? It comes from people, and building people is way more fun than building production. So that's our job. So if we know that's our job, and we can all say we want them, then why aren't we reaching them? Have you wondered that? How are all these other people, just attracting these leaders, or it feels like they're just attracting these leaders, and I really am out there seeing the people, and I'm just not finding them. Has anybody ever felt that? Yeah? Yeah. I mean, but we're real girls. This is a real thing, so we get to talk real. Okay, so we've all been there. And like I said, I really think that it starts with you, and that's not always a fun thing to hear, but so many times it starts with us. John Maxwell talks about the law of the lid, that we can only raise someone to the level usually right below us. So as you're looking in your unit and you're going, who are these people and who invited them to my party? Then I want you to look in the mirror. I'm sorry. But I want you to look in the mirror, and is it your confidence level? Are you recruiting from your confidence level? And if you are, how do you get it fixed? So I want a little shout out, because this is a long class and I know you're all going to start getting lazy-eyed at me. Okay, so what are some ways that you personally have raised your leadership level or your confidence level? What are some things that you personally have done? And don't be shy, people. You're leaders. Read anything and everything. Yeah. We have great books. And where do you get ideas from on great books? Yeah, people you admire, right? Absolutely. People you admire. What else? Say it again. More people. Yeah, more people. Isn't it funny how when you get in front of more people, you feel like a superstar? Take people with you to your parties. Oh my gosh, I could rock out a party when I have somebody watching me. It's like the best party ever. Yes. Yeah. Get a mentor. Because they'll pour into you, but they'll also be real with you, right? Yes, and I think that is such a key. Do you have people in your life that, yes, mentor you? And I say all the time that are where you want to be, but I think the other piece of that is have arrived in the style you would like to arrive in. There are a lot of people that are where I want to be, but have they arrived in the style that I desire to arrive in? And so those are the kind of mentors we're looking for, right? You want to have mentors that, like I said, encourage you and motivate you, but don't accept your mediocrity. And that may sound like it's not a confidence builder, but I will tell you that it is totally a confidence builder, because they don't allow you to do anything less than step into your greatness. And I think that's an amazing gift to have. And I know that there are women in this room that if you're looking for a mentor, ask some questions, ask some leaders. Even if we're in Go Give now, and I thought, oh my gosh, when we go into Go Give, what's going to happen? Where am I going to find those people? And it's amazing when you rise up and you desire to rise higher and truly work to achieve that, the people that will come out of everywhere to say, anything you need, I will do it for you. So we definitely need to find those. So there's lots of great ways to raise your leadership level to help you grow. There's so many trainings. There's so much going on. The bottom line, all of those things are going to add to, but numbers will fix almost anything. I'm a big believer in numbers. So, now you're fixed, right? You ready to go? You are an awesome leader. You are owning it. You are going to find awesome leaders. And we're going to talk about that. So let's talk about ready right now. You know, this term, ready right now, I think was very confusing to me when I started. And hearing it, I wasn't quite sure what was meant by ready right now. Like, what does that even look like? What box is that in? Is that not in a box, so therefore it's hard to describe? And so one of the things that I want to tell you is, ready right now, I believe, is a great term to have, and I think we can find people that are ready right now, but don't be surprised if they're not ready right now in every area of their life. Can we agree that even if they're ready right now in a lot of other areas that we're going to talk about, that if they've never held a skincare class before, they might need some guidance in that area? Now, that doesn't mean you need to go hold a party for them. It doesn't mean they need to watch 3 before they talk. I'm not saying any of that. But expecting them to get Mary Kay may be an area that they need help in. Maybe time management. You know, there's different areas in different people's lives. So ready right now, I think has got a little bit of a funky connotation in Mary Kay because we want them to come out of the box ready because we're such a microwave society. And I don't think that that's what's meant by it. So what does it mean though? What does it mean? If we are looking for ready right now people, we all know fantastic leaders in this business, don't we? So what qualities would you be looking for if you made a list? And this is such a powerful list. I made a list years ago about what I wanted on my team. And that has progressed since then because now I understand that those are great people to have around, but they weren't necessarily leaders. So we're going to brainstorm a little bit. Like I said, I like to have some interaction. You guys are a long way away. So we need to have some interaction. So what are some qualities that you would look for in leaders? What's some qualities that you personally would be looking for in leaders? Shout them out. Integrity. I love that. That's the top of my list too. Integrity. What else?
Self-motivated.
Dependable. What was that back there? Team player. Got it. Self-starter. Teachable. Communication. Mentally healthy. Write that one down and put stars by it. Like a lot of them. A lot of them. Okay, got it? Resourceful, yes. Committed. Hungry. They want something. Problem solver. Work ethic. Strong word. Hey, I'll tell you, farm girls are the way to go for strong word. Okay, what else? Willing. Attitude. Great attitude. Willing to follow. You guys, that's worth weight right there. We're not trying to create a group of followers, but they need to be aware of who the leader is, right? Because if they want to be able to lead people, so they have to be able to follow somebody to show how that works. Yeah. Dreamers. Aren't they fun? Yeah. Yeah. A finisher. We gotta have starters, we gotta have finishers. Yeah. Yeah, if you have to beg them to work, they're not ready to lead. You might want to write that one down. Good, does that give you an idea? Women who are employed and have access to income is another one that's on here. Right? They have access to income. Women who see opportunities, not obstacles. Women who have already achieved success where they are, so they know what success feels like. Now, I will tell you, as a stay-at-home mom, if somebody would have asked me the question that I ask a lot of people, when was the last time you felt successful? I would have had a hard time coming up with an answer. Because nobody was standing applauding for the casserole that I made. I don't know about you, but it just didn't. And I have a really supportive house, but it just never happened. And so I couldn't think of the last time I felt successful. So I think that carries weight, but sometimes you gotta go with your gut, right? Sometimes you gotta go with your gut a little bit. Women who are confident, emotionally sound. In case you didn't get that the first time, let's write that one down one more time. Women who are exciting to be around? Do you love to be in their space? Because if you love to be in their space, there's a really good chance that other people will love to be in their space as well. And women who are ready to work, which was mentioned several times. Is that a great list? I want you to take just a second and think about if that was the people that you were walking into your party looking for. Would it change the way that you walked into your appointments? Not because we want to judge anybody, but we're smart businesswomen and we're going to pre-qualify them. Right? That's just smart. That's just smart business. And I have a lot of S in my personality, so for those of you that have some S in your personality, I'm just going to tell you, it's okay. It's okay. They don't know what's going on in your head. So they're not going to know that you just eliminated them. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so now that we've got this awesome list, how do we find these people? We walk into these parties and they're not going to jump up and say, guess what? I have the strongest work ethic. I'm emotionally sound. I have money to spend. Has that happened to anybody? If it has, you can come up and, we'll just tell you the mic. But that's never happened to me, and I'm guessing it's probably not going to happen. So we need to know how to figure out, where these people are and how to find them at your parties, because I will tell you that your parties and your facials are where you're going to find these people. Again, they may show up at a guest event, they may show up here or there, but your powerhouse people are going to come from your skincare classes and facials. They just are. There is a brilliant thing, and I know you're going to want to get your pen ready. It's called the 4-point recruiting plan. I know. You came to this class, and now you got the scoop. So the 4-point recruiting plan, I'm guessing that maybe a few of you have heard of it. This brilliant woman named Mary Kay came up with it. And so what is the first step to the 4-point recruiting plan? Ask. Is anybody coming that you think would be good doing what I do? How about you? Okay, second, what's the second step? Yeah, I story. And you guys, you're directors, you're smart. You know your I story. You know you're not sharing 35 minutes of you. As awesome as you are, they don't care. So, you're going to get it really short and sweet and to the point, and you're going to be able to change it up based on your audience, right? If it's all stay-at-home moms, you're not going to talk about how you are a powerhouse person in corporate America. If it's all corporate people, you're not going to talk about making casseroles. Okay? So you're going to be able to switch it up a little bit. All right, number 3, what is it? You're going to pick somebody. I pick a couple, pick one. We all have different methods. We're going to pick some people. And then number 4. Offer a referral, yes. And so, if it's not you, now that you know more about this, who do you know? You guys, this works when you are smart about it. Have you told your hostesses what you're looking for? Have you told them? So, several years ago, kind of at the beginning of all of this kind of run that we've had, I knew that I had some people in my customer base that were amazing women. They had told me no several times, but they were good customers. They loved the product. They thankfully liked me. So I called them and I said, I have got the deal of all deals. Now, the deal does not matter because it can be whatever you want it to be. Just how are you going to move these people? I said, I'm doing this for 5 people, and I've chosen you because I know that you've said you're not going to do Mary Kay with me, but you know powerful people in your life. And I want those women. So I came up with a hostess plan based on them that I knew. It was totally random. It could be anything, but it was about I knew what would move those women. And I said, say yes now, pick your date now, hold your date because it's 5 people. That's it. And I want the people that you know. So this is who you're inviting. You need to have 5 people over the age of 18 who don't have a consultant and who are leaders. And this is what I mean. And I gave them my list. I was specific. I didn't think that they might know what I was talking about. Because can we agree that when we come from different places, we're coming from a Mary Kay world where we know leaders. But not everybody has this access. So what they perceive as a leader may not be what I perceive as a leader. So I think we need to be specific. People want to know what you want. Wouldn't you rather somebody just be straight with you? Yeah. So tell them what you want. Make sure that you're using your time wisely. That is where I got one of my sales directors. And Tracy, you'll hear a little bit about her later, but one of my people that this worked beautifully with was Holly Law, and she had been in my life for several years. And she was one that I called and I said, Holly, here's the scoop. I'm going to give you a ton of free product. Like, a ton of free product. A ton. Did you hear me? A ton of free product. If you will do this for me. And that is where one of my sales directors came from. So it works. Don't you love to hear about ideas and then know that they actually work? It's even better. All right, the next thing. So we're going to find these people at parties. We're going to do the 4-point recruiting plan. And then you guys, this gets kind of glazed over at times, but you need to be ready to greet those people at the door. Because don't you find that when they walk in the door, you get to know them a little bit. So maybe you've pre-profiled them, and so you've gotten a little idea of who they are. But, and through your hostess, you've asked them questions, and so you've got another little idea of who they are. But when you greet them at the door, Susie, I'm so glad that you're here. Thanks for coming. Come sit down. And that's when they just start talking. They're in this place now. They don't have kids with them. They don't have a husband with them. And so they just a lot of times unload. And so you need to be available to get to know them at that point, because that's usually when I find out what their need is. So if you get to your party early enough that it is totally set up and ready, there is no thought process to it, you've coached your hostess, everything's good, the first guest that comes in the door, you're ready. You're ready to ask her questions so that you can get to know her. And then, are you passionate about what you do? Does it effuse from every core of your being? Some people I've said this to have said that's not my personality. Let me tell you, this is not a personality thing. This is a heart thing. It has nothing to do, I have every personality in my sales directors, every one of them, and they effuse passion about this business. They love what they do, and they cannot imagine why somebody else wouldn't want to do it with them. Why would somebody else not want to have the money, the options, the opportunities that we have? And so do you effuse that? If you don't, get it fixed, because